Good morning, Year 8. Hope you had a nice weekend. I'm not able to be with you. I am sick with the dreaded virus, so I'm at home. But here I am, and so I hope that we can continue on. We're going to look at area of a circle and sector. The first thing I want you to do is go into the OneNote and watch this brief video. And that gives you a sense of how it is that we find this formula, which you should work out. So go and do that. If you haven't already, go and do that now. But assuming that you have, you can stop this, come back to me. Assuming that you have, we're going to go down. And first thing we want to do is work out that the area of a circle is pi times the radius squared, which is pi times r squared. R is the radius. So we can't use the diameter. We always have to work out the radius when we're calculating the area. Pi times the radius squared. And radius squared means r times r. All right, so essentially what we're doing is pi times r. And that's how we get there. All right, so it's fairly straightforward. We just need to get the radius and make sure we have our calculators and we know where pi is. And then we can round the number. There's a couple of different ways we can round it, we can show it. So I'm going to do that in the example. So find the areas of the following circles. Now, number one, let's look at this. The radius is equal to, well, it's 6 centimeters, all right? The radius is 6 centimeters. So A, the area, is going to be equal to, well, it's pi times r squared is the area. So in our case, it's going to be pi times 6 squared. Now, 6 squared is equal to 36. So there's actually a couple of ways I could write this answer. I could write the answer in terms of pi if I wanted to. Now, so this becomes 36 times pi. And I just write that without a multiplication as 36 pi, and it's square centimeters. And this one is an answer. What we say is it's in terms of pi. Because pi is what we call an irrational number, and there's infinitely many decimal places, that's an exact answer. But sometimes more helpfully, we want to write it as a rounding. So if I type into my calculator, 36 times pi equals 113.0973 ... do it to a few decimal places. And so it's 113.1 square centimeters to how many decimal places? 1 decimal place is what we have. All right? So this answer here that I'll underline with green is what we call an exact answer in terms of pi, 36 pi, just a number, the radius squared times pi without the times. But more usefully for us at this stage, we'll write it also as a rounding. So you might see either or both asked to give to you, so we need to do that. Let's try another one. Here we have 20 meters. But that's a diameter. So the diameter is equal to 20. So the radius is half of that, which is equal to 10. And I'm going to draw that radius on here. So that's 10 meters. So the area is going to be pi, again, pi times radius squared, which is equal to pi times 10 squared. Now 10 times 10 is 100. So that's going to actually be 100 pi. Square meters, that is. All right, that's an answer in terms of pi. Answer in terms of pi. But if we don't want that and we just want a decimal, then we just times it by 100. So we do 100 times pi, which is equal to 314.1592 ... which is equal to 314.2 square meters, and that's to 1 decimal place. Oh, 1 decimal place. All right, and that's what we have there. So we need to find the radius. If you're given the diameter, we need to find the radius. That's what we need to do. Let's find this next one. Again, we're given the diameter. Diameter is equal to 14.5, that's centimeters. So the radius is equal to 14.5. What do we do with it? We divide it by 2. If you're given the diameter, divide it by 2 so we can find the radius. 14.5 divided by 2 is equal to 7.25. Now in this case, because I've got a decimal, I'm not going to do the whole pi thing. So the area is equal to pi times radius squared, which is equal to pi times 7.25 all squared. And that's going to be equal to pi times 7.25 times 7.25 squared is equal to, we get 165.1299 dot dot dot, which is equal to, round it to one decimal place again, 165.1 square centimeters, 1 dp, one decimal place. And that's what we have it, all right? So let's go have a look, work through these examples, and have a go at the exercise questions 1 to 3 of exercise 8D. Please show working out, write it out in full. Don't just write the answers. Okay, thanks.